Well, much intrigue this morning because there's an emergency meeting happening at Buckingham Palace apparently, and going through the internet. I mean, you've got to love the internet, haven't you? They are trolling and doing all sorts of things, but yeah, the rumour is that Prince Philip is dead. Wouldn't that be a distraction? What a wonderful distraction we possibly are about to have. You know, the election coming. What we really need is to be talking about something completely different other than Theresa May's policies and the internal corruption investigation against the Conservative Party. What could possibly happen to make sure that the public discourse is changed and the news media, evening news, is saying something else? But I have no idea right now. Well, that was an interesting one in kind of boring way. The announcement was made. Prince Philip is not dead. The helicopter's been flying around all day. There's been convoys going left and right. The press are like all lined up there, like with their bright lights, like a scrum, reporting live on the television the amazing, horrendous news that Prince Philip is not dead, or rather, Prince Philip is retiring, which is quite boring, quite an anticlimax actually. Something quite interesting though, when I was sort of like researching into it, I found a Guardian article about the Queen's Lord Chamberlain, who was part of something called the Golden Triangle. It said like Britain's unwritten constitution represented by the Golden Triangle. That piqued up my ears, but I'm not going to talk about it here. I'll talk about it later on. But yeah, Prince Philip, breaking news, Prince Philip is not dead.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy? Oh, no. The ones I will.
What's to say that they?
Yeah. In fact, it's suspiciously good time. A suspiciously good time.
Yeah, I just sent these flashes back. You get it, the email.
Did you hear that? He said, oh, a suspiciously good time for the palace to announce such a thing. I'm not sure what that means, to be honest. It's a good few hours now since I made that last bit. I finished work, it's about 5:30, something like that. So I guess they're all gearing up for like the 6 o'clock news. They won't say that front of camera, you know, suspiciously good time for the palace to announce such a thing. I'll keep that to themselves, which is their job, of course, gatekeepers. Some wires everywhere. Yeah, so I've had a few hours to let it sink in. Like, what does it actually happen today? You know, the Sun newspaper announced that Prince Philip was dead, and no doubt the whole internet thing, all of the websites, all the Facebook entries that were announcing that Prince Philip was dead. Would that be counted as like data for like showing that fake news is real and there must be a government project to deal with fake news? Is that what today was about? Some kind of weird social experiment in terms of like news management? I don't know. I wanted to read you something, and reading from my phone whilst recording is actually possible. I've never tried it before though. I'm going to try it now. Let's see what happens. So the Queen's like special advisor is a guy called Christopher Gade, and he's like an ex-MI6 officer, like he's like a top military spy who's like the Queen's handler essentially. And this article was originally by The Guardian, although actually I saved the website address and then The Guardian took the news down, which is weird, possibly because it said this: Gate, this is a quote, Gate will reply that the cardinal rule of Britain's archaic unwritten constitution is that the monarch acts only on the advice of ministers. However, the whole point of having an unwritten constitution is that the precedent can be junked. The moment the establishment finds itself in an existential crisis, the crown is kept out of politics so it can be invoked as a referee when the establishment's interests are threatened, especially by a popular democratic upsurge. That is Sir Christopher Gate's real job. Yeah, I'll do this now. Whoa. Yeah, that's weird. Christopher Gate. It's almost like Christopher Steele, you know, the guy who came out with that Donald Trump stuff, the Pissgate scandal. Christopher Gate, Christopher Steele, Gate and Steele. It's all very, very bizarre. I mean, the royal family obviously have some really weird, spooky characters administering their lives. Prince Philip's retired. The Queen has not retired. Prince Charles is not going to retire. The royal family are with us to stay, and they're a real bloody spooky bunch. I'm just damn sure that what happened today was literally a social experiment. I wonder what science they'll get out of it that'll help them to herd us better.